This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So, yeah.
In my notes, I also found, and I know you're going to have fun with this.
Okay.
There was a lady running around town here.
Boy.
What?
There's a lady running around town here. Oh, boy. Go ahead.
Well, the first time I see her is on September 1st in Greenville, South Carolina. And then she actually appears on TV on an episode of Worldwide that was taped on the 2nd and aired on the 6th. She would pop up again on the 3rd at the Dorton Arena, the 4th at Cincinnati, Ohio, the 5th at the Richmond Coliseum.
Yikes.
Baltimore on the 6th, Norfolk on the 11th, Charleston on the 12th. On the 14th, it was in Cleveland, and then she was gone. Misty Blue. Who did she blow, Tony? No. So here's the thing. It wasn't common that you guys had female wrestlers, right? In this era, this was very much a guy show. Now, of course, we know times have changed and we're thankful for it. I mean, what would we do without Britt Baker? Go ahead and do it. You know, you got a thing here. DMD. Come on, you do this every week.
Go ahead. I didn't know what the thing about me doing. DMD.
Yeah.
DMD. Okay.
So these days, thankfully, that's changed, and we've got women wrestling. But the reason I bring this up is not only because there's women wrestling on a Jim Crockett promotion card, and that wasn't commonplace back then, but the rumor and innuendo amongst, some of the old Crockett performers is that Misty Blue, this wasn't her first rodeo in show business, right?
She had done some porn.
Oh, heavens.
Her and Cat LaRue both had done some porn. I had seen the tape.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I always thought Cat LaRue was like smoking hot.
Was she a hell of a hand?
Don't know. So
you said you saw the tape. I mean,
yeah. Well, yeah. The tape doesn't really register with me, but I know I saw it. So, yeah.
Oh, so you blocked it out. You don't remember.
I just remember I saw it. I don't remember exactly what. I mean, look, porn's porn, right? It all kind of.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I think there are some people who would disagree with that.
Okay. Well, it was back in the 80s. Maybe it's changed a great deal.
She was, I mean, listen, all of that's in her background. I do want to pay a little respect here. I believe that even though, you know, how she got into the business might be a little different. I think Killer Kowalski trained her, and I think she started wrestling in 85, and she was really one of the more featured women in the NWA back then.
Yes, she was.
Probably like the poster girl for the NWA at the time, right?
She was. She was at a lot of our house shows on tour. And as you would imagine, boy, I need to say this carefully because you'll take this and run. I was very friendly with Misty and got to know her and talked a lot, and she really was a great kid. I brought this up. She and Cat LaRue would do this spot when I would do the ring announcing on the road, to where she would knock Cat up against the ropes where my table was, and Cat would stick her ass through the ropes, bottom rope, and Misty would pull on it right in front of me. It would be what they call the ass spot in front of me, and everybody at ringside would go, "Oh, Schiavone, ooh." So there's that.
Well, as the story goes, she started as a dancer, did a little mud wrestling, did some foxy boxing, and then eventually stars in a couple of films. Consenting Adults in 1982 with her husband and Ron Jeremy. She was also with Ron in 1983's Alley Cats. And then, as I read here, she did one more film, Slit Skirts. Ron Jeremy was her male co-star. And by the way, my research from this came from old Shannon Walsh, over at prosportsextra.com. But yeah, there she is working for Jim Crockett Promotions. And it's funny because, as everybody knows, this is pre-internet. And I don't know that these days, well, maybe these days it's okay, but it does feel like once upon a time, adult films were not necessary, or adult content was not necessarily socially acceptable, shall we say.
Well, listen, I think if someone who had been in the porn industry was wrestling for us today, I don't think that would be accepted. Do you?
I think it's okay now. I think.
Do you really?
I don't think you can shame sex work and things like that anymore. I think people are more accepting of it. I mean, I know a few years ago there was a couple of folks who tried their hand, and I think that's fine. I mean, hey, more power to you. Chase your dreams, Bubba. Do what you want to do. But I do think once upon a time, you know, if, like, let's say the internet existed in 1986, it's hard for me to wrap my head around Jimmy and David and Francis and Jackie. I don't think they would have said, oh no. But since this was like a whispered hush thing, nobody really knows. Let's just go ahead.
Sure.
And how about this too? I don't think it should matter, just for what we're talking about. If she was trained and she could perform and she was a draw and she could sell tickets, who cares? It's not like what's in her rearview mirror was a crime.
No, exactly. And I feel the same way today about this.
And frankly, she was doing what everybody was doing. There just happened to be a camera rolling. That's all.
Exactly.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at savewithconrad.com.